It's such a simple question, isn't it? How did the universe begin? But that simple question is much more complex and nuanced than you might first imagine. And the truthful, honest answer to how did the universe begin is we don't know. I'm Paul Sutter, and this is Paul Explains, the show where I, explain. Let me start with the Big Bang Theory. Our Big Bang Theory is our modern model of the early universe, the history of the universe. We have a lot of evidence for this theory. One of the pieces of evidence is the expansion of the universe itself. We see that galaxies are racing away from us and from every other galaxy. Our universe is getting bigger every day, which means in the past, it used to be smaller. And in the distant past, it used to be really small. So another piece of evidence is the universe underwent a phase transition. It was hotter, denser, and it had different states. And it was a plasma, and then it expanded and cooled and became transparent, and it released a whole bunch of radiation. That radiation we can still see today. We can see the afterglow of the early universe. We call it the cosmic microwave background. And we can push the clock back even further. In the earliest moments of the universe, it was so hot, it was so dense, it was so intense then, that elements were being fused. Hydrogen and helium and lithium were being created. We were able to predict how much helium and hydrogen and lithium there ought to be in the universe, and we can compare that to observations, and guess what? We get the right answer. So we understand the history of the universe through Einstein's theory of general relativity. General relativity tells us how the universe has grown and how quickly it's grown. In general relativity, once you plug in all the ingredients for what the universe has to offer, you can calculate an age of the universe, and this is how we arrive at our current estimate of the age, which is 13.77 billion years. But 13.77 billion years since what? Since the beginning? Well, in general relativity, at a certain point, 13.77 billion years ago, it was so small, it was infinitely small. Our entire universe was just an infinitely tiny point, something we call the singularity. But what was actually going on then? We don't know. Because at the singularity, at that point, general relativity, which is our model of how we understand this, breaks down. We don't understand the earliest, very, very earliest moments of the universe. We need new physics. We need like a quantum theory of gravity to unlock this. We need to know, was there something there? Did it come from something else? We just don't know. But after that point, the clock starts ticking, we can start doing physics, and we can know the age of the universe. But where did it start and where did it come from? Still working on that.